Hi everyone, Beth here. Welcome to another Thursday Super Story. I hope you enjoyed our story last week. Our story today is about a man called Peter and his feet. Peter was looking down at his feet. He thought back to last week. He'd walked beside Jesus as Jesus rode on a donkey. His feet had stepped on palm leaves and cloaks that people had laid on the ground. Peter looked down at his feet again. Grubby, disgusting and dirty. He had been outside all day walking in the hot dust, and the dirt was caked on his feet. He could see it running along the edges of the straps of his sandals, really deep on the bottom of his feet. Peter looked down at his feet again, grubby, disgusting and dirty, and he stepped through the doorway into the room. Peter found a place to sit. There were 13 people in this room, Jesus and his 12 friends. Peter looked down at his feet again, grubby, disgusting and dirty. He undid his sandals and peeled them away, looking at the lines of cleanliness where his sandals had been. Everywhere else was grubby though. Peter looked around the room. Everybody was doing the same thing, taking their sandals off, sitting down. But Jesus was doing something different. Jesus was filling up a basin with water. And Jesus took his robe off. He got a towel and tied it round his waist. And he carried the basin of water over to his friends. Jesus knelt down in front of the first person. Peter looked down at his feet again, grubby, disgusting and dirty. He'd been looking forward to coming into the house because a servant would come and wash his feet. He was looking forward to fresh, clean feet. He thought about the servant that might do it. It would only ever be the lowest servant in the house. The least important person had to wash his feet. Peter looked up at Jesus again, and he saw, to his surprise, Jesus had the first friend's foot in his hands. He was lowering it into the basin of water. Peter looked down at his feet again, grubby, disgusting and dirty. Was Jesus going to wash his feet? Peter didn't like the thought of that. His feet were too dirty for Jesus. He looked up again. Jesus was doing the job that the lowest servant was meant to do. He was very gently washing his friend's feet, washing the dirt away into the water, carefully drying the feet on the towel around his own waist. Jesus moved round the circle, closer and closer to Peter. Peter looked down at his feet again, grubby, disgusting and dirty. He couldn't let Jesus wash them. Jesus was too important to wash Peter's dirty feet. Jesus was in front of Peter. Now Peter looked up. He felt quite scared. "Lord, are you going to wash my feet?" Peter said. Jesus said, "Yes. You don't understand what I'm doing right now, but you will. You don't understand why I'm washing feet, but you will understand one day." Peter looked down at his feet again, grubby, disgusting and dirty. "No," he said, "Jesus, you will never wash my feet. That is a job for the lowest servant, not for my Lord Jesus." And Jesus looked at Peter. Jesus looked at Peter's feet, and then Jesus looked at Peter's face. He said, "Peter, if I don't wash your feet, you will not belong to me anymore." Peter looked down at his feet again, grubby, disgusting and dirty. He looked at Jesus and, without even thinking about it, he said, "Then Jesus, don't just wash my feet. Wash my hands, wash my face, wash the whole of me. I want to belong to you." Jesus smiled at Peter's response. "Peter," he said, The rest of you is clean. When the rest of you's clean, it's only your feet that need a wash. Let me wash your feet. Peter looked down at his feet again, grubby, disgusting and dirty. He watched as Jesus lowered them into the basin of water, the dirt swirling off, little by little, into that water, until his feet were clean and fresh and new. And Jesus lifted Peter's feet out of the basin. He dried them carefully in his towel. Peter looked down at his feet again, fresh and clean and new. He felt clean all over. Jesus was right. Jesus carried on round the circle, washing everybody's feet. Then he got up and poured away the dirty water like it was never there in the first place. He took his towel off and hung it up to dry. He put his robe back on and sat down with his friends. Look, he said, I am your Lord. I'm your teacher. That's what you call me, and you're right to call me that. But today, I've washed your feet like a servant would. I'm setting an example for you. I've done a job that no one wants to do, and you should go and do the same thing. Go and look after each other like I've looked after you. Don't worry about whether it's a good job or a bad job. Even better if it's a job that's no fun and no one wants to do. That's how you show that you belong to me. By doing the jobs that no one wants to do. By looking after each other and helping each other and serving each other. Jesus said, you didn't understand what I was doing, but now you do. Go out and follow my example. Peter looked down at his feet again, clean and fresh and new. He felt happy all over that he belonged to Jesus. And he started thinking of ways he could help other people in the same way. That's the story about Peter and his feet. I know lots of you are at home this week helping out around the house because I got to see lots of photos on Facebook of you guys doing stuff to help. I've seen quite a lot of photos of people doing the hoovering, which I think is quite impressive. I have a challenge for you this week. I want you to find something every single day that you can do to help someone else at home. It could be doing some washing up or doing some hoovering or some cleaning or bringing someone a drink or a snack or some food. Maybe you could help with cooking the meal. But that is my challenge this week. Go and do what Jesus said we should do if we follow him. Go and find ways to help other people. Maybe you could even write down what you do each day and show me. I hope you're liking my wall. I've moved, now I can't go into church anymore, so I am at home, but I've still got lots and lots of space on my wall, which I would love if you could make me some things to fill up. I've got these two pictures. Sarah and Nathan made these pictures for me, and I'm so pleased with them. Please will you make some pictures to go on my wall, or maybe you could write a letter. I would love to receive a letter from you guys. If you want, you can put it in the post. I'm not going to put my address down below this time because I don't think that's very sensible. Anyone could see it. But if you do want to post me something, you can send me a message, get mum or dad to send me a message, and I'll send you my address and you can put something in the post. Or if you make something, you can get an adult to take a picture of it and send me the picture. Now I can print it out on my printer and put it up on the wall. I hope you guys are having a good week and I'm looking forward to seeing you on Saturday for Saturday Craft. Bye!